The second century of Boston University hockey begins here tonight at Agganis Arena. Bernie Corbett, Mark Linehan, glad you could join us. Danced off of Grabko.
Nice idea, Fensori crashing down and trying to go short side high right away.
Gallagher snapped it through, wrister the air, and a goal! The Terriers on the board. First goal of the season from Quinn Hudson. I guess you could take a Hudson in the pool and you would have had a chance at 1 or 2 to get the first goal of the season, but Quinn Hudson is able to find the net for the Terriers here from in tight and give the Terriers the 1-0 lead, 2:34 into the proceedings.
Well, not a bad start for a 3-freshman line out there, Bernie, and then you got the freshman, the veteran defenseman Fensori out on the ice with them, who jumped into the offensive play to keep it deep to get it started.
The corner, McCarthy, first man, right wing side for Peterson. Peterson now to Brown. Brown, odd man, over the line in the near circle, holds, wrister and a goal! Matt Brown off, running, and going top shelf to give the Terriers a 2-0 lead.
Well, we talked at the start, Bernie. If you're going to be aggressive against the Terriers forechecking, and especially crashing a defenseman, odd man rushes are going to exist. And there was Exhibit A right there. Brownie takes the puck down, gives a little bit of a head fake, faking a pass, but he's thinking shot all the way, beats him far side.
Wall. Deals it at the half wall to Peterson. Peterson a quick turn, circles, drops it. Hudson with a shot, save, rebound, save. Puck comes loose to Green for a goal. Green, his first goal as a Terrier on the power play.
Well, quite a start and quite a look for the first Terrier power play. Like you said, Bernie, 4 freshmen out there. Puck just moving around like the Globetrotters there. East-west passes, getting the puck deep. Bentley never had a chance to set up, and I'll tell you what, Ryan Green had 3 or 4 opportunities there and just finally buried one. Kid's just jumping off the page at you for his first game, that's for sure.
McCarthy back ahead on the tape of Wilner over the line. Puck deflects back in front, backhand and a goal! The Terriers freshman Ryan Green goes up top shelf with the backhand, and it is 4-0 with 5:43 left first period.
Puck seemed to kind of be bouncing a little bit there, Bernie. He still managed to get a
good
backhander. You don't ever see backhanders like that these days, but boy, top shelf. Unbelievable. Grabka had no chance.
Ryan Green is all over the score sheet right now.
You know, it's funny, I said before the game, the one kid that kind of, not one, but watching the practices, they don't have names on their practice jerseys anymore. I had to look up which kid it was the first time I was there. He impressed a lot.
Matched up against Scott. They win it back and a goal off the face-off. Scott won it back to the far point. Trigger there. Holds.
See, there's the pass I'm talking about. That Bentley just doesn't rotate at all, it seems.
Wilner hoists it in and gives the Terriers a 5-1 lead. Wilner goes top shelf with the wrister.
Oh, it's just said that the Terriers.
Right back up over the line. Harrison Scott, and he scores. Harrison Scott with 3:12 left here in the second period off the initial rush. Exactly.
Like a linebacker.
That was a big one. Hudson now dances, goes far, circle and a goal! Buried by Tuck from the far dot, and the Terriers have restored their 4-goal lead.
Well, the scouting report on Hudson passing the puck in the offensive zone was correct. Because that was just OTT, Bernie, on the tape. Right across the ice to the circle, bang. What a pass. What a shot. Watch it here. Lane Hudson just has eyes in the back of his head.
That's finding him, Mark.
Across the ice to Luke Tuck. Yeah, just what I said. We heard about his skill in passing, and we've seen it tonight.
Ben's here in the near corner. And Tuck gets possession, brings Fensori in front. Just missing the mark there was Kaplan.
Extra pass.
Fensori in front of the goal, Kaplan! Well, the freshmen are all into it, and there's Kaplan's first of his career.
Kaplan had a play similar to that right before that with the puck when I said extra pass.
Bentley line got backed up by Weber. Weber able to shake it in deep. Walter got bumped off by Zab, and they sent it in front, and a goal! Stevens gives the Terriers an 8-2 lead.
One-on-one battles, it starts with Bernie in the corner. Zabinite beats the Bentley defenseman.
Great job.
Throws it right out front. Stevens is standing right there.
Now Bentley back on the initial rush. Hodgson trying to go defense to offense. Loose puck in front. Saved by Camesso. A sprawling save there. And now we get some heavy action after the whistle here in the third period.
Watch the replay here. Bentley just trying to go to the net with the puck, obviously, and then See Comesso just dives across, makes the save.
Time running out here at Agganis Arena.
Not a bad start to the Pandolfo era.
So the Terriers of Boston University, in the debut of their 13th head coach all-time, former Terrier captain Jay Pandolfo, come away with a very impressive 8-2 victory.
Yeah, I think for obviously first-time head coach, the players were ready to play, so that obviously made me happy. I think that was one of our focus this year, is to start on time. That's important for us, and I think we did that. I thought we got away from it a little bit. Our discipline wasn't great throughout the course of the game. I think that let them back in the game a little bit. But at the end of the day, a heck of a first game for our team this year, and it looked like the guys are playing with confidence. And I can't say enough how the freshmen showed up tonight. They've been like that since day one when practice started, so it's fun to see. Injury related. He had an injury in the summertime. Giving him a couple more weeks before Michigan was probably the right decision. If it was a playoff game, he probably would have played, but tonight, just it didn't make sense for him to play.
Can you expand on the freshman play? How important it is they got started early as well as the team?
Yeah, it's really important for those guys to have confidence right off the hop. And we actually, as you can see, we have 3 guys playing together, freshman line, and then the power play unit has 4 freshmen on it. So I think it gives them confidence, and they've earned it. They've earned it throughout their first 4 weeks of training camp for us. So they deserved it, and they took advantage tonight. I just think we had a lot of penalties. Once you start taking penalties, you have to get different guys out there, and there's different matchups. So it was more just based on the game. I just think it's a focus that you want to start on time. I think that's when you have that as a group, it's going to be a lot easier. I'm sure it's not always going to look like that, but tonight they were ready to play, and I will say too that I think the crowd was really into it tonight. I think it was great to see the support we had from the student body. I think it was one of the biggest student body that showed up for our first game, so that was very impressive, and it means a lot to the program as well.
And how did it feel being on the bench?
It felt great. I mean, it's playing here and then being able to be the head coach and leading this team. It means a lot to me, and it was a lot of fun.
What do you like about that?
They just play off each other really well. They have good chemistry. We've seen it in practice. Wilmer and Green have been together pretty much since day one. We've mixed up the right wings with them, but Quinn's been with them the last few days, and he's looked really good with them. So we just figured we'd stick with it.
Weber and Cooper were the bigger pairing.
Well, I think Dom Finsori and Gallagher were comfortable playing together last year. We thought Lane Hudson would be a good fit with Case McCarthy, so it was more just Webb's finding the right partner for him, and Cope's been really good in camp. He played a lot last year and kind of knows how we want to play and knows our system, so that was the decision there.
Again, Coach, you have that power play unit of 4 freshmen. What do you think about them?
Yeah, they've been practicing together as a unit for a couple weeks now, and we saw it in practice. I mean, they're scoring goals in practice on a regular basis, so we weren't going to mess around with that. They've been really good, and I think having 2 power play units like that to push each other, I think is important in this competition within, and it's only going to help us get better.
Thanks, Ron. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you. Thanks.
Lane